Yeah. So this is where I live. We moved down here about 16 years ago, but I'm originally from New York. I was born and raised in New York.
Okay, New York
Uh,
City.
Not New York City, outside of New York City.
Okay.
I grew up on Long Island. It's called Long Island.
Okay.
In the suburbs. So that's where I grew up. By the water, by the ocean again.
Oh.
And so we moved down here, like I said, about 16 years ago, because my family had moved their business down here.
Okay. Okay.
They manufacture, and my husband joined the company. My husband is operations manager for the company.
Okay.
My family doesn't own it anymore. Due to economic times in 2009, when economically everybody was affected.
Yes, yes. 2008-9. Yeah, it was a major disaster.
Yes.
Especially in the United States.
Right. So the company manufactures aluminum fence products.
Okay. Okay.
Aluminum fence products. Like gates, railing, fencing, sections, and they supply the construction industry. So my husband sourced for the company. It's new owners.
Okay.
So we still live down here in Florida, but like I said, in the north part of Florida.
Okay.
We'd like to move eventually, move maybe to Carolinas or
okay.
Alabama, where my parents relocated. But right now, everybody is dealing with, the coronavirus, jobs, employment.
Work from home.
Yeah, work from home, school from home. My son does his schooling from home right now. I have a 9-year-old who does his schooling from home. So, and we've got our elections coming up.
Yes, this November, right?
We got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's quite challenging how they are going to organize the election. It's really challenging.
It's many things going on, correct?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And of course, the whole world, as we see what happens economically the rest of the year, we all have to kind of get by the remainder of the year until next year.
Yes.
Until the new year.
Looks like things will not change till this December or Jan.
No.
This will remain same.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll start improving a little bit next year, but until a vaccine, I think everybody
desperately waiting for vaccination.
Right. I think everybody's in the same boat, as we say.
Yes.
Same boat. Everybody's the same. So, now you said you're a software engineer for Amazon?
No, I work for VMware. So we have headquarters in California, Palo Alto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. And in India, we have around 3 to 4 branches in Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, and Bangalore.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Now, have you been to the United States before? Have you ever traveled?
Yeah, I was supposed to go this year. Even last year I was supposed to go, but my visa got rejected. So even this year I went for visa application. On 20th of Jan, again my visa got rejected. So else I could have traveled this year. But yeah, even if the visa could have approved, I think I wouldn't have traveled.
You wouldn't have been able to travel, right? This year is unfortunately with the situation.
Yes. The plan was to travel in the month of April or May. I think it would have been possible. But at least the visa could have been with me.
Yeah, right. But have you been to the United States before?
No, that's what I mean. I did not get the visa approval. Both the times it got rejected.
I see.
Yeah.
So but like you said, because of the situation, every state was different.
Yes.
Florida we had our outbreak, our peak in around May, June. Well, June, July. Was the highest point that we.
Yeah, it was reaching around 1 lakh per day positive counts in the United States.
And right now, the last 3 weeks, here in our states, the numbers have reduced. They've come down, but
That's a good
um,
news.
it is. But yesterday we started seeing a little increase again. So
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah.
Um,
We can hope for the best.
exactly.
That's
Well,
it.
if you know, you're aware of, last Monday was a holiday here. Last Monday was Labor Day
Yes,
on the
yes.
7th.
Yeah.
So many people were getting together. Nobody was social distancing. The beaches were very crowded.
Then the spread
So
continues.
any kind of outbreak is going to start happening this week or into next week. So we have to see.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, what will happen. Plus, one last thing, they just opened the bars. All the bars were closed.
Oh, that's bad. That's even bad.
That's even worse.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
That's worse.
So in
Because-
India, at least the government has put the strict restriction on bars and restaurants as well as the
Right.
theaters.
But what happened is that the bars and restaurants closed down twice because we had the outbreak.
Yes.
If it turns out we have another outbreak, they're going to shut them all down. And they just opened just 2 days ago.
Okay.
Just 2 days ago, they just opened Monday. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, we'll wish for the best. So let me ask you, Dworkin, right?
Yes.
Pronounce it.
Yeah.
So you use your English often, I imagine, pronunciation.
Yeah.
You use your English often?
Yeah, I mean, we have cross-geographic team members, so we do have meeting quite frequently. So yeah, so the standard language that we use is English.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Yeah, universal language. Well, this session is just practicing with describing your environment. So, I mean, we could talk a little bit about the slides, you know, and do this. So, if you were to describe here, like this first slide, who do you work for?
Okay.
Is it a private, public company?
Yes.
Is the government?
Yeah.
So how would you describe that?
Yeah. So I work for VMware, and it's a private company.
Okay.
And it's a mid-sized company.
Okay.
And usually we go to office, but now we are working from home, and it's in the city called Pune in India.
I see.
Yeah.
I've never been to India. I mean, I've read about some areas in your country.
So have you thought of visiting India sometime?
Sometime, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
When in my family's business, when I worked with them, one of the vendors would travel to India quite often. I can't remember where.
Okay.
Yeah, with some of the products when we buy the natural resources, the aluminum or something.
Yeah. You must visit sometime.
Yes, absolutely. I would really be interested to see the culture and see the country.
Yes.
Now, is there you said there's an office. What about a plant? Does the company manufacture?
No, so we work for software industry, so it's entirely software product. So it's not exactly a plant. We do have a data center, and where we have servers, and wherever we are working, we connect to those servers on that data center, and we do continue our work.
I see. And you were having trouble with connections.
Yeah, correct.
It happens. I know it happens with the system.
Yes.
There's so many people working from home.
That's why I got delayed 10 minutes today, I think.
Yeah.
So what is the Rosetta Stone policy? I mean, if someone is not joining the session, then you will be waiting for entire 40 or 45 minutes?
No, usually, just so you know, the tutors are required to stay in the session at least 15 minutes.
Okay.
I myself, I mean, I've been teaching for Rosetta for about 3 years now. I always stay in the session up to about 20 minutes. I wait because I'm familiar with, you know, I know sometimes you're having connection problems.
Yes.
But usually we'll stay in. I will stay in at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, so 20 minutes is decent enough, I think. There is no point waiting entire 40-45 minutes.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, I think 20 minutes is sufficient
Yeah.
because
Yes.
especially if I see other learners are having connection problems
Yeah.
and whether it's on your end or our end, thank goodness I haven't been having any, but I noticed in some areas when I was talking to some people from Japan earlier, they had some connection issues. And yesterday, some people had from China.
Yeah.
So it all depends.
Yeah,
It all
yeah.
depends.
Yeah. So
But 15, so you know, we always have to say you're 15, so somebody's got to wait for you.
yes, correct. So
Yeah.
Ron, can we have some general discussion rather than going through these slides?
Absolutely, sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, Dorothy.
Okay, there is no
Absolutely.
protocol of following the slides every time, right?
No problem. Yeah, I mean, you can either have a general conversation, you can do a mixture of a general conversation with using the slide and then go into a little bit of the slide, depending on what the topic is.
Yes. I think I have gone through the slides before during my last couple of sessions. So
that's fine.
Yeah.
And speaking with you, this is really a very basic, generic topic of
Yes.
practicing with describing.
Yes.
Giving a description with it.
So as long as we are having discussion in English, that is well and good.
No problem. Absolutely not a problem. Not a problem. So, well, talking about with jobs and economics in India, so has all industries been affected? Because like here in America, it seems like the construction industry is still strong.
Okay. But yeah, in India, if you see, I mean, major of the industry got impacted because of this COVID.
Was impacted.
Was impacted. Majorly, if you see the tourism industry and manufacturing industry and the industry there, those industry like who depends on the raw material which is imported from other countries, they are also heavily impacted. And even software industry like small scale industry, they have also got impacted due to this. I mean, there have been a lot of layoffs.
They were impacted as well.
Yeah.
I see. Now, tourism is tourism important to the economics of the country?
Yes, absolutely. If we see some countries like Thailand and some European countries, they are completely dependent on the tourism industry. And
I see.
Yeah, and because of COVID-19, I mean, their economy has gone down. So it has gone so much down that they will take long time to recover from that point.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, that's similar to here in Florida. I mean, that's the mainstay. That's the main industry here in Florida. Is of course tourism. People traveling to Miami, Orlando. I mean, the region where I live in, it is when it's the tourism, it's really just for the beaches. But your mainstay is Central Florida and Miami. Well, and Daytona Beach, which is
And when we are talking about the tourism industry, though the tourism industry is impacted directly, but there are a lot of industry that got impacted indirectly. Suppose like if we consider the airline industry and the hotel and restaurant industry, even because of the tourism, I mean the number of tourists traveling to that country has been reduced significantly, so that that eventually impacting the airlines industry as well as hotel industry.
That's correct. In fact, here in Florida, they had reopened like Disney World, for example, the theme park, and they put all kinds of safeguards in place for the visitors. However, they opened, I want to say they opened probably in July. I want to say they opened in July, and just the last 2 weeks, they saw that there's such a decrease in attendees, people visiting, because
Okay.
it's normally travelers internationally, not so much people that live here in Florida or live in the United States. So they have been so impacted that they reduced their hours, their operating hours.
Oh,
So
okay.
they're opening an hour later and closing an hour earlier. So had a reduction in their hours, the work hours.
Oh, okay.
Plus, there has been more layoffs of employees, like at places like SeaWorld, which is another big theme park, and Universal Studios, just in the last 2 days.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
that's where it's impact, because the people here in Florida, they don't have the money to go spend to go to these parks.
Yes.
And main
income source of income is from tourists.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
People from Brazil and Argentina and Chile. You get people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Asia, China, absolutely.
Now
India.
that all the international flights are cancelled, so I mean there is no chance that any tourist, even if the tourist want, they can travel to any country.
Right. And even people, they try to do promotions to get local people, people that live here.
Yes.
Even just in the United States, not necessarily just Florida.
Yes.
All over. They're just not traveling and spending the money.
Yeah.
People are spending their money on priority. So people are thinking what they're going to spend it on. Even clothing stores have been greatly affected.
Oh, yeah. And the industry you were talking about, the real estate.
Real estate has been greatly affected, but construction is up.
Okay.
Yet now construction such as infrastructure, like your roadways, your bridges, commercial property.
Okay. Yeah.
They are still building, but when it comes to like clothing stores, shopping malls,
okay. So in India,
bad.
it's like all the construction work have been stopped because of this lockdown and shutdown, and major labor, migrated laborers, they went to their hometowns. So the construction and all those things is quite, I mean, it's slow, but so that is also impacting the real estate industry. But with the same time, if you see the price value of flats and apartments, so they are still holding that up. They are not allowing that to go down.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, do you find more people are here because of COVID-19? More people are shopping online. E-commerce
Yes.
has like tripled.
Yes, e-commerce, even the learning side, they are also doing some good things. So one thing I tell you that before March, the policy was like, so this account I have got from my company.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So before the month of March, it was like you join any institute to learn any language and you pay there and you reimburse it. But post this COVID-19, I mean, they changed the policy and they made it online. So that's how I got this account, and eventually it is helping me out. Previously, I was not that consistent going into the institute, spending 1.5 hour over there, and then coming back to home again. That's like a headache. Already you are doing 9 to 5 work and you are going somewhere again. So that was a big headache. Yeah. So I couldn't able to, concentrate more on that, and consistency was not there. So when I got this access, when I explored this, I found out that I should give a try and I should make it possible. This is the right time to work on English. So since then I'm trying hard. Yeah, I'm trying hard to improve my spoken English.
Right, and this is like you said, you might as well take advantage of this opportunity.
Yes.
To do this now. I mean, one advantage that I've heard of some companies and learners as I talk to them from different aspects of different industries have all said that you're working harder, but your time, you change your time management a little bit.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you can concentrate
Yes. Yes.
on, say, improving your English, or if you want to look for another
Yeah.
language.
So improving English was in my to-do list since long time, and
Good.
because of the consistency problem, I was not able to achieve it. But since last 2 months, I'm dedicatedly working on this. Let's see how long it will take. But yeah, I mean, day by day, I feel that I'm improving.
Right, and it seems like from speaking with you, it's more of a focus on grammar and expanding your vocabulary.
Yes.
One more so when you have a conversation, so it's really all grammar and vocabulary, more complex words.
Yes.
You can expand to it, which is of course very helpful, even though you have your English skills already.
Yeah.
Improve it.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
now it's like we are discussing, it's been 20-25 minutes. So what do you say, what are all the areas that I should concentrate on and work on?
Well, just from speaking with you, like I said, just there was some minor, words there, which were like grammar of like the verb was or got, instead of
Okay.
using a more appropriate word, or not necessarily a correct word, but more appropriate word.
Yes. Yes.
And some slight corrections. And then really I think also the vocabulary, to expand your vocabulary when
Okay.
you're having a conversation.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated words, technical words, but
Yeah.
you can go a little more, go a little further than the norm. So that's why I said, if you're talking about a topic, whether it's about what are the natural resources produced in India, what is actually, that's a good question. What is a natural resource from India that India is popular for in industry for export? Is there a certain resource?
Yes. From starting from aluminium, iron.
Aluminum, right?
Yeah. Aluminium, iron.
Aluminum. Yeah, we say aluminum.
Aluminum. Okay.
There you go. And that's why I know, because from my family's manufacturing company, we did get some aluminum from.
Yeah, you were mentioning
Australia.
that. Yes, correct. So aluminum and iron is the major exported raw material from India.
That's what I thought, raw metal. Okay.
Yeah.
So as we talk like that, that's important. Like you said, when you get into a further conversation, when we were talking about vocabulary, that's really what you should focus on.
Okay.
And it could be a topic about that. It could be a topic. Well, we don't want to talk about politics, really.
Yeah.
Politics,
Yeah.
Politics is like a.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive topic.
I do have to say, I do hope our country goes a better direction, because I'm kind of disappointed in the direction of our country. So I just really hope that people will wake up and go in the right direction. But I noticed that's why there's not a lot of advancement in business, because everybody's watching and waiting to see who's going to be the next president.
Yeah,
because you got
it's a 50-50 kind of. I feel it's still 50-50.
I know. Yeah. So we just have to watch and see.
Yeah.
But that's what I would practice on. Anytime you're talking with anybody, certainly try and see if you can do a free talk. Although there are some good topics that involve grammar, with tenses, which are always helpful to take. You don't have to focus on.
Okay. So anything you like to comment on my accent or the way I speak?
No, actually, I do have to say, from personal experience, listening when you're talking to someone from India in different parts of India, there tends to be it's a little more difficult to
Okay.
understand
Yeah.
because it seems like in your culture you speak faster. And no, actually, I have to compliment you your pace, your speaking pace,
Okay.
meaning the pace of how you're speaking. It's understandable. So I don't
Okay.
have to say, even just anybody in general, not to say, can you repeat that, please? Because your pace is really good.
Okay. Okay.
Which I compliment you with that, definitely.
Okay. Then.
Absolutely.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you able to, from speaking with you, it seems like you comprehend everything that I'm saying. You understand what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're expressing yourself well.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah. So I also feel that I'm lacking from the vocabulary side and
Uh-huh.
somewhere in grammar side. So you
Yeah.
the way you rightly said. I mean, I acknowledge that, and even I feel from my end that those are the areas that needs to be improved.
Yeah, that's what I would focus on.
Yeah.
But as far as like, and I'm sure it's good for you probably as you talk to different learners, and we have different accents.
Yeah.
Because I mean, hey, there's people that I speak to from other parts of the country here that sometimes they don't understand what they're saying. I have to tell them to slow down a little bit. And I talk fast, but you know, sometimes some accents and dialects it's difficult to follow. And,
Yes. Yes.
you just gotta. I think it's all about listening. You know, you start training your ear
Yes.
to listen.
Exactly. Yeah.
That certainly contributes to with speaking as well.
Speaking
so,
as well. Yeah. That's what I
absolutely.
received the feedback from other tutors also. That
Mhm.
yeah, that's very true. I mean, listening to
Sure.
slow music and
Watching programs, listening to music. You
yes.
know, I mean, watching to different programs, whether it's what they call a sitcom, a comedy,
Yes.
or if you can watch a news program or something,
Yeah.
or listen to it. That's all really helpful. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, I teach every day at this time. I have a set schedule. This is, like I said, I just teach for Rosetta Stone.
Oh.
This is the only job that I do.
So you are full time into this?
Well, I'd like to be full time, but
Okay.
all the tutors for Rosetta we're considered part time. They don't have any full time positions unless it's in design or something.
Okay.
But anybody who teaches for Rosetta, we're all part time. We work
Okay.
up to.
Or is there
25
any
hours.
certification or any exam that a tutor needs to go through before applying for this?
In order to go further, well, I have my education because I used to teach in elementary public schools in the public school system when we lived up in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I have my college degrees and certification with teaching, but also they do like you to have a certification. It's I think it's called TEFL.
TOEFL.
Teaching English foreign, to foreign speaking
Okay.
learners. So there is a certification process that some of the tutors are supposed to have. I have.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, that allows me to teach for. But like you said, one industry that's open quite a bit due to coronavirus is, of course, the advancement in education right now.
Yes,
technology.
exactly. Online platform for education.
Exactly. So I'm at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, you are exactly at the right place, and
so
you can think of continuing it lifelong. So this is.
I can pursue further.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's my hope to pursue further. Rosetta opens up some full-time positions going into next year, and or any other additional
Okay.
Educational teaching. So I use my expertise from that.
Okay.
And that's an area that's worldwide because I don't.
Yeah. So even if it's pastime, how much time you put per day?
Well, actually, I teach about 7 hours a day.
It's as good as going to office and walking and coming back to home.
Well, I do it all remotely.
Yeah.
I teach from home.
So that's what I mean. It's as good as going to office and working over there and coming back.
Yeah.
7 hours is not a small time.
Yeah. It's a long day, especially when you're speaking to 7 different topics and 7 different classes that maybe I teach solo one-on-one like this, but I also teach group. So I will have like 5 to 6 people in a group.
That's what. Even I had the group account previously, but somewhere I felt even if I am giving my 45 minutes, so hardly I was able to get only 5 or 10 minutes. So that's why I requested my company to get me one-on-one access.
Oh, to switch over to one-on-one access, to switch to one-on-one.
Yes.
To switch over. A lot of people do that because, and depending what level of speaking you're at, of course, it's more beneficial.
Yeah.
I personally try to keep my group motivated when we're doing it so that everyone gets an opportunity to speak.
Yes. So even if you try giving everyone the equal amount of time, still hardly people get 7 to 8 minutes. So that is very less. Yes.
It's very difficult.
But fortunately, I got this access, so I am glad that I am having good kind of sessions with some quality tutors.
Well, good to hear that. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Well, I hope we speak again. I look forward to it.
Yes, Don. Same to you.
Absolutely, Dwarky. And keep doing, you're doing very well. Yeah. And it's good that you recognize those areas that you want to work on.
Yes.
That's really important. Sure,
yes, Don.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, Dwarky. Well, it was great talking to you.
Same to you, Don.
Thank you for joining. And like I said, well, stay well. And,
same to you.
See you again soon, okay?
Have a great day ahead.
You
Bye.
too.
Goodbye.
See you. Bye-bye.
ରାତିରେ ଭାତ ହେଲେ ଗୋଟେ ଫସି ଭଳିଆ ଲାଗୁଛି
ନାଇଁ କହୁଛି 20 ହେଲେ 21 କହିଥିଲା ଥିଲା ବର୍ଷା ଚାରି ଦିନ ବର୍ଷା रेनकोट ଅଛି କି ବର୍ଷା ହଉନାହାନ୍ତି
मैं सेटा दुबन है साधारण दोनों बोलो बोलो कुछ तो चिको दिन चिको वाला होगा कोसा कोसा वाला होगा दोनों वाला बोलो तो ये बातें ना हम सब से पांच वाले दुबन है एकासे निकला समुद्र भीतर गया बने तो बहुत वास अगर बहुत बड़े धूप पड़े टाइम रे पक्षी खाया नहीं जल्दी होनी दे जाए टाइम तो ये नहीं देखिए वीडियो कॉल देखिए